Hello guys, this is going to be part 2 of the review on the bebop. In the last review I went over most of my thoughts of the drone itself. This review is going to be a little bit more on the controller, battery options, the free flight app that they just updated, and that kind of stuff there. So obviously these are the stock batteries that come with it. They're 1300 milliamp. I'm averaging about 10 minutes of flight time. I am located in Florida. Weather's a little warmer down here, so I do seem to be getting a little bit more flight time than the people up north. I think that's just weather related though. Once the summer hits up there, everyone should kind of even out a little bit. But these, for my purposes of why I bought the drone, checking out the roofs and stuff, these are more than adequate. These are the VGE batteries. I went over them in my last review. I can't recommend these. I do give the company credit for being the first ones to the market to put a battery out. However, they also do sell these 2500 milliamp batteries, and I think they would have been better just letting everyone know they work with them instead of trying to sell them these. With these batteries, I don't know what they're supposed to be the same milliwatts as these, or milliamp hours as the other ones. However, these only last around 7 minutes. I don't even use these to fly barely at all. My main purpose with these now is when I come home and I want to pull video off, or if I'm going to do an update, I'll plug this in so I'm not using any of my other batteries, and that's what I use them for. As I add batteries to my pack, these will actually come out of my case and I won't even carry these with me. These will be staying at home and I'll be using them for that, until they're dead. But that's with these. These are my favorite batteries. With these batteries, I'm getting about 15 minutes of flight time on average. Just depends on weather and everything else. These are the 2500 milliamp batteries. I did have the weight. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think they're about 150 grams. I think they're like 30 grams more than the factory batteries. I don't have the specs in front of me right now. I kind of forgot. However, I do get 15 minutes of flight time with these. You lose very little mobility and maneuverability with these. I do notice when I'm doing very hard banking turns or anything like that, it does drop a little bit of altitude. You got to compensate with the altitude. So that's with these batteries here. It's just the added weight. So you lose a little bit. It does drift a little bit more after you, not the drifting that everyone's talking about, that it locks and takes off. This is the drifting, just like when you're going really fast, you let go of the controls, it continues to go. That's another issue also with the shield. So I think it's a combination of both. But these I definitely recommend picking up. You can find them all over eBay or Amazon. You can get them for around $20, $25 for these batteries. On the parts sheet that they came out with now in the US, you can actually buy a lot of the parts now for the bebop. These are like 50 bucks. These are 20. You get more flight time. They're not as pretty. I use a clip on mine. There's been some guys in the forums now that have a 3D printed battery case that this actually fits into. It kind of lifts up and put this in. It looks really cool. I forget the weight. I think it's only about 30 grams, if that. I think it's less. Anyone who has made it, you can put the comment below of how much they actually weigh. I forgot what they weigh. I know Kenneth did a flight test. I think he said it only shortened it by 30 seconds as the flight is what he shortened with the case on it. I haven't decided if I'm going to go that route, just for the added cost and then the added weight on it. It looks nicer, but this serves my purpose just as well. So I may just stick with these. I haven't made up my mind on that yet. For my flight controls, I use an NVIDIA Shield Portable. I love flying with this thing. It does take a little getting used to, especially when you've been doing the tablet controls on like an iPad or whatever. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It's a little bit different. However, I do have a video showing how you can map everything. I have all the different buttons do something. The ones that come pre-done when you put the app on here is you have your stick controls. A is takeoff and land, and X is to recenter your camera. That's in there all the time. I don't think you can change that. What I've added on, and this is another good thing for the forum had a lot of information on this. B will switch from map to camera view. Y is my trim. My right trigger is to take a photo. My left trigger is to start and stop the video. The D-pad here, I use this to pan the camera. It's not as smooth as the Sky controller, but it does its job pretty well. And you can go up, down, left, right with the camera panning. Just with the D-pad, you don't have to use your fingers on the screen. So that works really well. The other thing I like about this is it's very portable. Very small, folds down. You have your screen and everything in one little package here. The battery lasts very long on here. I have not had an issue with the battery life. And when I go out flying, I'm typically getting about an hour and 10 minutes of flight total with all the batteries that I have. So when I go out to fly at the park, I fly. And this, I haven't had a problem with the battery running low on this. The range is less than a Sky controller, obviously. However, if you don't want to spend that much for the Sky controller, or in my case, it's really about the portability of it. The Sky controller adds a lot of bulk to the package. This works out better for me. I still may end up with a Sky controller down in the future. Haven't made that decision yet. If I see a need to go further with this drone and I need longer range, I may do it at that time. But before I do that, I need to have more confidence in the drone. So at this point, this works fine for me. And even if I get the Sky controller, I still will be using this in my normal day-to-day activities with it. Because to carry the Sky controller around is just too big. It's not gonna work for me. So yeah, but like I said, this works really well. I really enjoy using the Shield. You know, it's pretty simple to hold. The controls on it are pretty easy. Kind of like an Xbox controller. The little pads here are a little set in a little bit, but I haven't had a problem with that. The only issue with flying with this is you're flying it. It isn't, if you're going forward and you got the thing, you know, you're pushing up, you're going forward, you let it go, it continues to drift forward. You have to recorrect with it. I don't know if they're going to fix that in a later update to it, or if they're going to make something that you can actually adjust that a little bit more. I know the people with the Xbox controllers can actually put a dead spot in there. So when they let go of the controllers, it stops all input. For some reason, this doesn't do it. So you actually have to counter it a little bit to get it to stop. But other than that, and that's just a little bit of a learning curve, but other than that, this is the best option I found by far, is to fly with this. And I'm going to continue to fly with this, even if I wind up with a Sky controller. Like I said, I haven't decided on that yet. But that's it. The Free Flight app update that they did today, I'm loving it. It's not 100% accurate. You can definitely see how the GPS signal jumps around a bit. You put the battery in, you start everything up, you get your GPS lock, you're looking at it, and it'll go from 0 meters distance, because it's not launched yet, it's still just sitting in a spot. And it'll go from 0 meters, it'll go to 3, 5, 3, 2, 5, 3, and it bounces back and forth. So the GPS lock, they need to refine it a little bit more. I think that's another big issue with the drifting, as I went over in the previous video. They do need to address that and get the GPS locked a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. But all in all, I can definitely recommend this. If you're gonna pick this up, I actually got it on sale at GameStop for $150. Looks like they're out of them right now. If you were gonna pick this up, I'd pick it up somewhere where you can definitely return it, because not everybody likes it. So pick it up, try it. If you don't like it, return it, and you don't lose anything. If you like it, great, you got an awesome controlling option for the bebop. But yeah, that's my review as far as the batteries and the Shield goes. The Free Flight app, like I said, the altitude, having the altitude on a heads-up display, and the distance and the speed, way better. I know flying with the Shield, you do have the Wi-Fi strength indicator. I don't know if that came out on iOS or not. The only thing I've had an issue with is I haven't been able to get all my updated flights from today. They haven't come up in here, which is weird as far as the Drone Academy. The funny thing is, I did flights today, which I'm double checking right now just to make sure. I don't have my flights from today are not up on here. I don't know why. I got to figure this out. But on, I don't have my flights on here, but yet I have flights. Oh, it's loading more. Let's see. We have a lot on here. I've done a lot of flights. But anyway, what I was saying, what was funny is, as I was looking at the flights when it was loading up this morning, maybe that's why it's not here, because it's just loading up so many of them. There's actually a flight on here from August in China, which I'm assuming is the test flight, which on the iOS device, that didn't pull up, but it pulls up on here. And that was just funny for me to see, that it actually shows it in China. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Here it is. You know, August 11, 2014 at 9:31 a.m. It flew for 39 seconds. Now there's no GPS location, obviously. They're in a warehouse, but it knows about where it's at because it's in China. And it only did an altitude of 1 meter. You know, they lifted it up, tested it, and brought it back down, basically. But I thought that was funny that it was actually on there. But yeah, my flights from today haven't shown up yet on Drone Academy, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if there's a problem with that, if anyone else had an issue with it, but if you have, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about anything in this video, please feel free to drop me a line. Like I said, I do recommend these batteries. You can find them on Amazon, eBay, they're all over the place. They're definitely worth the money compared to what you're going to get the bebop batteries for. If you wanted to get the 3D printed case, it looks really great. You can check the forums for it. If not, you pick up these little clips here. They got them at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're the ones with the pull tab, so you can pull this off and it's supposed to pop right off. I haven't popped them off yet because I use it. But this little clip, it has a little notch in there. You can see it. And basically when I put it in, this band here fits inside of that clip. So it holds the battery in place, battery doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, I guess that's about it. If you have any questions, leave them in the section below. Please thumbs up and share the video. Thanks a lot and you have a great day.